Despite being blind, Sabit braved the journey from Ethiopia to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia but was ultimately deported after his perilous trip. Pictured here in Sedama Werda, Ethiopia, after returning home. Photo, Jonas Tades IOM 2021. Returning home isn't easy for migrants in Ethiopia. I started the journey to Saudi Arabia with 2 of my friends. Because I am blind, my friend led me. We traveled by car, by boat and by foot, and it took me 2 months to get there. When we crossed the sea, we were packed in a boat for 5 days and we would be beaten when we made the slightest move. We had to walk from Yemen to Saudi Arabia and the trip took us 14 days, recalls Sabit Musa, an Ethiopian father of 2 children. At the time, there was a war in Yemen which made the journey very hard. My 2 friends, with whom I started the journey in Ethiopia, left me during the journey and I was stranded in the desert. I had to beg people to help me when I reached Saudi Arabia, but the police arrested me and I was deported back to Ethiopia right away. 35-year-old Sabit is only one of the hundreds of thousands of migrants from the East and Horn of Africa, predominantly young Ethiopians, who brave deserts and rough seas to reach the Arabian Peninsula along the Eastern Route. The Eastern Route is a maritime migratory corridor which runs from the Horn of Africa to the Arabian Peninsula, specifically via Djibouti, Somalia and Yemen on the way to Saudi Arabia and other Gulf countries. With around 468,000 movements observed along this route in 2019 and 158,000 in 2020, the Eastern Corridor is the busiest migration route out of the region. Despite the challenges caused by border closures and other travel restrictions initiated at the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, migrants increasingly traveled this route CIN 2021, with around 269,000 movements documented.